What explains the innovation paradox in communist economies? Imagine a system that aims to serve everyone equally but seems to struggle with creating new ideas or technologies. That's the core of the innovation paradox in communist economies. It's a puzzle that many have wondered about for decades. On one hand, communist theory wants to meet everyone's needs and promote social equality. On the other, these economies often lag behind capitalist countries when it comes to technological progress. So, what really causes this gap? Let's break it down. First, in communist systems, the focus is on collective ownership and centralized planning. Instead of private companies competing to develop new products, the government controls resources and production. Without the profit motive, there's less incentive for individuals or organizations to innovate. In capitalism, companies push for new inventions to gain a competitive edge and boost profits. But in communist economies, the drive to innovate is not as strong because the rewards are shared equally, regardless of who creates the new idea. Another big factor is how these economies plan their activities. Centralized planning involves a lot of bureaucracy. Governments or central authorities decide what gets made, how much, and where resources go. This process can be slow and rigid. When new technologies or ideas emerge, the system often resists change because adjusting plans takes time and effort. This slow response can prevent rapid adoption of innovations or the development of new ones altogether. Communist ideology also plays a role. It emphasizes satisfying basic human needs and creating social stability. Unlike capitalism, which encourages constant change and disruption to stay ahead, communist systems prefer steady, predictable growth. They see rapid technological change as potentially destabilizing or increasing inequality, which they want to avoid. So, their goal is more about stability and fairness than quick technological breakthroughs. The concentration of power is another issue. When a small group of party officials controls the economy, opportunities for innovation can be limited. These leaders might prioritize political goals or personal interests over technological progress. Unlike in market economies, where many independent actors experiment and compete, communist systems tend to have fewer avenues for individual experimentation. Looking at history, China's experience shows these issues clearly. The country's centralized financial system under the Communist Party was good at maintaining control but struggled to promote innovation. While they could develop large-scale projects, they often lagged behind capitalist countries in technological advances. This is because the system lacked the market-driven incentives that push innovation forward. From a broader view, communist economies see the lower rate of innovation not as a failure but as a choice. They value social stability, equality, and meeting basic needs over rapid technological change. They believe that constant upheaval caused by innovation can create social problems like inequality and worker displacement. So, they accept slower innovation as part of their goal to create a more equal and stable society. In the end, the difference boils down to how each system measures success. Capitalism looks at growth, technological progress, and new products. Communism measures success by how well it meets everyone's needs, reduces inequality, and maintains social order. The innovation paradox exists because these goals are fundamentally different. When we evaluate communist economies, we see fewer innovations, but within their own framework. That's a deliberate trade-off for social stability and equality.